From around the world, many people travel to Australia in search of a dream. They leave their families, their friends, a familiar culture, a country they know well, for the opportunity to achieve great things in a land down under. From north, south, east and west, you, the students of Kent Institute, arrive here in Sydney and Melbourne to realise your dream through study. And now, after all the hard work, ups and downs, the joys, the challenges, the achievements, the discovery and experiences along the way, you have reached the end of your studies. You probably faced bigger challenges than any of you could have imagined, but you persevered and are here now, having achieved your goal of graduating. You have made many new friends, enjoyed new adventures, and learned so much about so many things. This is your graduation, a celebration of everything you have given and all you have gained to get to where you are now. Kent students of 2021, this is your time to remember your journey, to celebrate this special and momentous occasion with family and friends and with those who shared their journey with you. Congratulations to everyone.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sławka Tymosiewicz, International Recruitment Executive of Kent Institute, Australia. I am your Master of Ceremonies for today's graduation. Graduates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2021 graduation ceremony for Kent Institute, Australia. Today, students will be graduating from both our higher education and vocational studies. At Kent Institute, Australia, our graduation ceremonies are all about the celebration of achievements. Under the challenging circumstances you have all faced, this achievement is particularly worth celebrating. I now invite Justin Foote, Kent's Chief Executive Officer, to deliver the welcoming address.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and especially graduates, and also to our Governing Board Directors, Academic Board Chair and external Academic Board members, Kent agents, parents and family, friends and all those viewing the ceremony online from places as far away as Brazil in South America, Indonesia, Philippines, Vietnam, India, Nepal, Sri Lanka, United Kingdom, even USA, Canada, a truly global event. Welcome to you all. I would like to ask the graduates here today a question or two. Do you remember the journey that changed your life and brought you to Australia? The start of the journey that led you to Kent Institute, Australia. First, there was a family decision. Will we or won't we send our son or daughter overseas? Then your own decision to which university, institute or college will I attend? Which country, which degree, a TAFE, vocational education, higher education, IT, accounting, or business. Then completing the application, maybe going to an agent for assistance and support with the visa application, and then receiving the special offer of admission from Kent Institute Australia. But it didn't end there. Then there were travel bookings, accommodation to organise, orientation to a new country, language culture, orientation to the institute, studying, lectures, assignments, exams, new friends, hours in the library, or maybe even hours in the laboratories, definitely. And then there was a global pandemic that you had to endure, which shows you true resilience. Do you remember the journey that changed you and resulted in you being here with us today? Where you now sit and what is titled as graduates, which means a person about to receive their qualification, degree, advanced diploma, diploma, or certificate 4. Soon you will be called by the chair of academic board. That would have been across the stage, but today it's across the Zoom screen, and receive your testament for your qualification. Today you will move your tassel from right to left, and then you would have passed your rite of passage to become a graduate. Today, as you become a graduate, albeit virtually online, it means you have your first qualification, and in many cases, you may well be the first member of your family to do so. So after all the hard work, you will become a graduate. Then you will become an alumni, meaning that you will be part of Kent's family going on forever. You'll be an alumni of Kent Institute Australia, a former student of the Institute of Higher Education, so that you have a lot of responsibility in representing the organisation from which you achieved your qualification. So we need to set a positive example so that Kent can look professional through its graduates and the success that they will have. We'll take a lot of pride and say this student studied with us at Kent. We would like to keep in touch with you. In fact, we have a lot of alumni, one of whom is going to be your guest speaker today. And we would like you to tell us about your continuing journey in your life, in your profession, and maybe in your future studies. So today, this part of the journey will end, but as the other guest will tell you, that's the journey of being a graduate. It starts again if you pursue a higher level of qualification, pursuing a professional career, but forever learning based on the foundation that you received from Kent Institute Australia. Keep staying in contact with us. Now it's my pleasure to introduce you, our guest speaker. I'm going to invite Lucy Beal-Chekova to speak with you to deliver the welcoming address. Lucy graduated from Bachelor of Accounting in 2017 and is a chartered financial analyst, charter holder, which is one of the most respected global designations in finance. Lucy started her career as a fixed income analyst at Capstream Capital and Challenger Limited. She is currently employed as an associate portfolio manager at Revolution Asset Management, specialist fund manager of domestic private credit. Lucy is also a non-executive director of Foster Kids and Careers United, which is an Australian charity supporting foster children and their families through legal advice and aid for foster families. She is involved in several committees in the finance industry, member of the CFA Institute, associate member of FINCIA, and a member of Alternative Investment Management Association. She is also a graduate of a highly selective Bloomberg New Voices media training program and a regular participant, speaker, and contributor to industry publications, panels, forums, and conferences. Lucy is an ex-competitive dancer with several international achievements at European and World Championships. Besides passion for dance in her free time, Lucy also utilises her bilingual skill to volunteer as an interpreter through the General Consulate of the Czech Republic in Sydney, helping Czech migrants in Australia in emergency situations. Welcome, Lucy.
Thank you, Justin, for the kind introduction, and thanks to Kent for the opportunity to be here today. I'd like to begin with acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we're gathered today and pay my respects to the elders past and present. Dear graduates, today it's a defining milestone in your lives. When I was invited to do this speech, it brought me back to when I was in your shoes at my graduation ceremony not that long ago. And I remember thinking to myself, this is it, this is the finish line. But in fact, it's just the beginning. For most of you, this moment marks the beginning of your professional career. You are now leaving Kent with a pile of knowledge, information, and ideas. And I hope that together with your certificate, diploma, or a degree, you will leave this graduation today feeling empowered to take all that knowledge, build on it, and use it to its full potential, because that's what will matter and what will determine your success. Beginnings may not be easy, but graduating from Kent, you now have all the tools you need to achieve whatever it is you want. There is no doubt that you'll face challenges, and there will be factors along the way that are outside of your control, which will make it harder or easier for you to get wherever you want to be. But for the most part, it will be in your hands and truly and only up to you where you take it from here. I thought I'll share my own journey with you, although you kind of already know it. You probably read it in the graduation booklet and you just had it in the introduction, so I won't be too repetitive. But I graduated from Kent in a nutshell, got an internship after school and worked my way up to now managing a multi-billion-dollar investment portfolio and owning a part of a very successful investment firm that I work for. Which sounds like a pretty smooth path, isn't it? But let's get real. What I really want to share with you is the real story, all the ups and downs, the twists and turns, and the failures and experiences that you go through along the way, because they make you who you are. And there are three things that I really hope that you might take away from my story. And the first one is that winners are not the people who never fail, but those who never quit. In the first few years, when I came to Australia, I came with nothing, and I applied for hundreds of jobs in hospitality, even as a cleaner. And I got rejected from one after another, but I could buy. And then when I was finally about to graduate with my degree from Kent, I thought I was finally going to stand a good chance for a job that I wanted, which is probably something that you're hoping for. But then the same thing happened. I applied for hundreds of jobs, this time in the industry, and I got rejected over and over again, until once I didn't. But all the rejection that came beforehand, I didn't let it scare me and stop me. I felt like I wanted to prove them wrong, so I never gave up, and so shouldn't you. When you set your mind on something, keep fighting for it until you get it. That brings me to the second point that I really want to make, which is that you should be proud of what you achieved, share it with the world, and use it to your advantage. Graduating as international students, I can guarantee that most or maybe all of you have already achieved more than the average domestic graduate. You had to face huge challenges, from moving to a new country, including being away from your families, fitting into a new culture, and perhaps even learning a whole new language to be able to study here. And this is not something that everyone can say. It requires a huge commitment, and it shows your agility and personality. Chances are that you had to work really hard while you were studying to support yourself. I'm sure that most of you as international students didn't have the luxury of living with your parents or getting a government study support. I know what it means to be an international student. We had to juggle school and work to be able to pay our school fees quarter by quarter, on top of our living expenses, visa fees, and all these things. And it's not easy. It is a lot of hard work and dedication, and it should be showcased and not forgotten. And so when I was finally done with school and I applied for all these internships and graduate jobs, I found it gut-wrenching that the most common reason for why my application was rejected was that I wasn't a permanent resident, or that I didn't go to one of the big universities that everyone knows. It used to make me so angry. I was thinking, how is this even fair? Well, maybe it is and maybe it's not, but it doesn't matter. It is what it is and you can't change it. You'll come across ignorance, injustice, unfairness, and stereotype every step of the way. And you can make it discourage you and give up, or you can accept it, move on, and focus on what's next. The choice is yours, but you yourself know how hard you had to work to be here today. And chances are it is a lot harder than someone else out there that you'll be competing against for a role. So remember that and make sure that you tell your story with all the ins and outs and use it to your advantage, because being here today, you can all be really proud of what you've achieved. And someone out there will see it, appreciate it, and give you the chance to build on it. And that brings me to my last point. Whatever you choose to do, always give it your best. Remember that, the amount of effort you put in is what you get back. It applies to anything that you do, whether it's your next studies, your jobs, or whether it's something else that may seem irrelevant to the big goal that you're trying to achieve. Every single experience that you gain along the way defines who you are. It will make you the person that you'll become as you enter the Australian society, return back home, or make your mark in a completely new country. If you always strive to do your best, your hard work and dedication will always pay off. We spend most of our lives working, so go and pursue what you're passionate about. Everyone's time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Have the courage to follow your heart and keep fighting for what you believe in. And don't ever settle for what you don't want, because you have nothing to lose. And you are writing the story of your own future. Do what genuinely makes you happy, whatever it is, because in the end, your happiness is what matters, and it looks different for everyone. You are all graduating in the middle of a global pandemic. It taught us all how to cherish the simplest of things: hugs, gatherings, celebrations, smiles, and normality. So last but not least, in chasing your dreams and climbing the ladder, always keep in mind that an act of kindness goes a long way, and that your families and friends will be here when your bosses and jobs are long gone. So to the class of 2021, congratulations and thank you.
Thank you, Lucy. I now call upon the Chair of Academic Board, Professor Lee Wood, to present the graduates.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Executive Chair of Governing Board, I certify to you that these vocational education and training and higher education graduates presented before you today have fulfilled the requirements prescribed by Kent Institute Australia, and ask that you present them with their respective awards.
In the name of the Governing Board and by my authority as Chair of the Governing Board, I am pleased to present our newest graduands with their awards.
Emeritus Professor Hawkins, I now call upon Mr. Melvin Kane, Head of Vocational Education, to present the graduates.
Emeritus Professor Hawkins, I present to you graduates from vocational education and training courses.
Certificate 4 in Accounting and Bookkeeping.
Yasia Casianto.
Marta Livier Sánchez Contreras.
Certificate 4 in Marketing and Communication.
Leroy Swenkel.
Certificate 4 in Web-based Technology.
Natsuko Abe.
Brian Ricardo Andrade Silva.
Maria Louise Bengtson.
Ara Umbet de Lamshuren.
Bradley Michael Haupt. Thomas Sykes Brown.
Diploma of Digital Media Technology.
Chloe Ann Estilo.
Zarina Maharzan.
Konstantinos Notukas.
David Ramos Valle.
Germano Sanyol Hoffman.
Diploma of Leadership and Management.
Enrich. Javeed Muhsin.
Elena Pochril.
Diploma of Marketing and Communication.
Catherine Overend.
Diploma of Project Management.
Selvina Patrick Diaz.
Javiera Alejandra Sangüesa Ortega.
Diploma of Website Development.
Maria Louise Bengtson.
Christian Ranz Garcia.
Aaron Tuggs Baldandorge.
Donaline Reyes.
Advanced Diploma of Information Technology.
Ida Ayu Angga Dewi.
Gian Vincent Dunca. Joan Garduque.
Jiaxin Li.
Donna Marie Parumog.
Advanced Diploma of Leadership and Management.
Charmaine Masian.
Advanced Diploma of Marketing and Communication.
Matan Elul.
Danny Lin.
Advanced Diploma of Program Management.
Charmaine Samaniego. Aisel Hornachon.
Emeritus Professor Hawkins, this concludes the presentation of graduates from vocational courses.
Thank you, Melville. I now call upon Sujal Patel, Executive Dean, to present the graduates from higher education courses.
Emeritus Professor Hawkins, I present to you graduates from higher education courses. Bachelor of Accounting.
Swapan Arora.
Charlene Bahamunde. Vince Kapalad.
Chahat. Naveen Chug.
Hà My Đặng.
Bonsika Gimire. Ayusa Gimire.
Yogesh Goyal. Jagrajan Singh Garewal.
Franz Elmark Huko.
Unisa Jaco.
Carlina.
Deepa Khatka. Samiksha Lama.
Mong Mong Lee.
Kshitij Makkar.
Mohammed Ashik, Mohammed Nizar. Mohammed Safit, Mohammed Sanir. Fathima, Mohammed Mansoor.
Công Đạt Nguyễn.
Sona Nirola.
Tuấn Anh Phạm.
Majlinde Salihu.
Anil Sandhu.
Ayush Sapkota.
Dishkaran Singh.
อภิวัตสุขสุสร
Maya Tamang.
Rajat Tehri.
Selfin Den.
Dulam Jav Sudol. Alzianyam Tuv Shinjagal.
Bachelor of Business with a specialization in accounting.
Aarti. Ankita.
Supreme Chapagan.
นันโทไซดวงดอกเกต
Vatika Garg.
Gurleen Kaur.
Mỹ Duyên Hồ.
Sahil Jindal.
Ritu Nayan.
Monica Rai. धीरेन्द्र सापकोटा, सोनू सापकोटा,
Maridel Soriano,
Gladys Lilibet Tuñón Ledesma.
Bachelor of Business with a specialization in Information Systems.
Robinson Adhikari,
Dennis Bhalla,
Kisan Depkota,
Rupesh Thuria,
Maninder Singh, Mehakdeep Singh,
ธนครูนันท์ประสพฤกษ์
Ramneek,
Anisa Saha,
Tet Zin,
Bachelor of Business with a specialization in Management.
Amanpreet Kaur,
Christine Joy Barnard,
Benjamin Alexander Chadwell,
Jasmeet Kaur,
Marcelien Klerinova Johannes,
Kasim Kanafer,
Navveer Kaur,
John Ronald Silverio Victorino,
Bachelor of Business with a specialization in Management and Marketing.
Bhumika,
Phương Nguyên Lê,
Milan Pakrin,
Lucía Suárez Villarreal.
Thi Đa Vòn,
Bachelor of Business with a specialization in Marketing.
Marco Destri,
Gulbadan Singh,
Alejandra Maria Mesa Jaramillo,
Sanjay Kumar,
Bachelor of Information Technology.
Anis Acharya, Rajesh Adhikari,
Ashok Adhikari,
Awais Ahmed,
Sajjad Ali,
Rahman Ali, Anisha,
Amrit Aryal,
Harmanjot Singh Bajwa,
Praveen Basyal, Janak Bhandari,
Ravin Bhandari,
Rahul Bhatta, Kusal Bhattarai, Ayush Bhattarai, Sandesh Bhattarai,
Divash Bhattarai, Nisham Vishta,
Mahesh Brahmasakha,
Jasdeep Kaur Barar,
Sambhu Burathoki,
Amneet Kaur Chahal,
Sampath Chan, ดวงพาชาญจันทวงศ์
Sabina Chapagai, Divas Chaudhary,
Sanjeev Chaulagan,
Saloni Chhabra,
Rosina Dahal,
Kasul Madhusanka Digodakamage,
Yashi Dandap,
Sushil Dhakal,
Pardeep Kaur Taliwal,
Amritpal Singh Tillon,
Junifer Enriquez, Madeline Estanislao,
Devlin Fredericks,
Bimochan GC,
Gagandeep Kaur,
Sahil Garg,
Jamal Kasambiakov,
Santa Ghale, Sandesh Ghimire, Sabita Giri,
Gurjot Singh,
Sonam Gurung,
Hardeep Kaur, Adil Hashim,
Raju Kumar Jaiswal, Situ Joshi,
Ranjesh Kesi, Basant Kesi,
Ajay Bahadur Kesi, Bipul Karki, Sajan Karki, Badal Karki, Saurav Karki, Elena Kasula, Anis Katwal, Elisa Katwal, Lochana Katwal,
Nishchal Katwal,
Inderpreet Kaur, Jaspreet Kaur,
Sijan Kesi, Anish Kesi,
Vivek Khadki, Dheeraj Khadka,
Kripu Khadka,
Vikas Khadka,
Roshan Khanal,
Suman Khatri,
Jitin Kochar,
Preksha Koirala, Anik Koirala, Ronis Kunwar, Abhilekh Kunwar,
Ranjan Kunwar,
Kanwarbir Singh,
Sajan Lama,
Sujan Lama,
Arun Lamichhane, Sagar Lamichhane, Anmol Lohani, Binay Lohar,
Lovepreet Kaur, Niranjan Magar,
Dikendra Maharjan,
Sanju Mahato,
Ujjwal Mainali,
Kushalpreet Kaur Manghera, Manganeek Singh, Manmeet Kaur, Manpreet Singh,
Mutasham Masood,
Manavbir Singh Matharu,
Juan Ignacio Maurente Vinas,
Piyush Mendiratta,
Fathima Mufaddal,
Vijay Nagarkoti,
Nancy, Navdeep Singh,
Sunil Nepal,
Pratik Neupane, Adarsa Ojha,
Bruno Oliveira Maza,
Ariel Paul Panambo,
Ritik Pandey,
Niroj Panta,
Akash Bhogilal Patel,
Minerva Rajesh Kumar Patel,
Asim Paudel,
Gaurav Pokharel,
Biplav Pokhrel, Asim Paudel,
Ranjan Paudel,
Prabjot Kaur, Prabjot Kaur, Prabroop Kaur,
Praveen Prajapati, Kusal Poon,
Safan Kamar, Mohammed Mudassar Qayyum,
Ashish Rai,
Rajbir Singh,
Ranel Ramos,
Raj Rana, Basanta Rantiza Poon,
Sovit Rawat,
Pranil Regmi,
Jishila Regmi,
Suman Rizal, Yubraj Rizal,
Saikat Saha,
Sandeep Singh,
Siddhartha Sapkota,
Sharad Sapkota,
Vinay Sahdev,
Mokshi Amit Bhai Shah,
Robins Jung Sahi, Prayush Sakya, Manjil Sharma,
Sudan Sharma,
Sanket Shrestha, Srijan Shrestha, Pooja Shrestha, Prabhakar Shrestha, Nitant Raj Shrestha, Sumer Shrestha,
Kritika Shrestha, Janisha Shrestha, Nirjana Shrestha,
Season Shrestha,
Rupesh Shrestha,
Susan Shrestha,
Shubham Mohindru, Ashutosh Umakant Shukla,
Divas Sigdel, Novintam Silwal,
Ashish Pal Singh,
Tina Singh,
Navjot Singh, Karanveer Singh,
Asmita Singh BK,
Jefferson Soledade da Silva,
Maria Julieta Suarez Boca,
Santos Subedi, Prabes Subedi, Srijana Subedi, Bigyan Subedi,
Hafiz Farid Ahmad Sukhera, Abdul Aziz Sultan Hamid,
Sumit Sandan,
Robin Sunar, Dhao Wangdi Tamang, David Tamang,
Suman Thapa,
Siddhartha Thapa, Roshan Bikram Thapa,
Mahesh Thapa, Shushmita Thapa,
Vivek Thapalia, Samiksha Timilsina, Divyansu Tiwari, Sunil Tulsibakyo, Praveen Upreti,
Rohit Verma,
Sanju Tarika Pereira Wattala Gamage,
Joseph Willie,
Daniel Armando Ruiz Gomez,
Bachelor of Information Technology with a specialization in cybersecurity.
Kareem Amir Ali,
Hamim Khan,
Teresa Martínez Ortega,
Navpreet Kaur, Yash Kumar Kalpesh Bhai Patel,
Vivek Sangtang,
Suzanne Jane Wright.
Emeritus Professor Hawkins. This concludes the presentation of graduates from higher education courses.
Thank you, Sujal. and congratulations to all of our graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, I am now pleased to welcome Dr. Anthony John Coop, the first ever Kent Academic Board Chair, to announce the criteria for the Dr. Anthony John Coop Student Leadership Award.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This award recognises students who've demonstrated a combination of the following: a strong commitment to studies, the ability to respond to challenges, a capacity to act as a mentor to other students, a willingness to contribute to the life of the campus, outstanding potential for significant leadership in their future career, clear commitment to the value of cultural diversity, creative talent and enterprise.
I now invite Emeritus Professor Ken Hawkins, the Chair of Kent's Governing Board, to announce the recipient of the Dr. Anthony John Coop Award for Student Leadership.
This year's recipient meets the high bar of performance with a great deal of success. Throughout his studies, he has shown an exemplary effort to connect with and help other people. From beach safety training to delivering food to international students in need, to fundraising for Red Cross and the New South Wales Rural Fire Service after the bushfires. This student is truly altruistic in his commitment to supporting students and the wider community. Further, he shows natural leadership and an ability to translate ideas into action. In 2020, he was given the Estilo Award of Leadership Experience and Development Ambassador and was nominated for the New South Wales International Student Award in Higher Education. Natural maturity and self-confidence have made him an informed role model and mentor for other Kent students, and he embodies the values of respect, inclusion, cultural diversity, and compassion. All these attributes show great potential to be a strong and effective leader in the future. So it gives me great pleasure to award this year's recipient of the Dr. Anthony John Coop Student Leadership Award to Mr. Yubaji Rijal. Congratulations, Yubaji, and it is an honour for me to pass on to you Dr. Coop's best wishes and congratulations to all the graduating students, and in particularly to you, Yubaji Rijal.
Thank you, Emeritus Professor Hawkins, and congratulations, Yubraj. I will now present the Teaching Excellence Awards. The Teaching Excellence Awards are a feature of the Governing Board at Kent. The awards recognise the outstanding qualities of our academic staff. The selection criteria encompass 4 key areas: teaching, leadership, scholarly productivity, and community engagement. The academics were judged on many aspects of their performance, including how they motivated and inspired students, how they developed the curriculum, and the acknowledgement received by students, colleagues, and the wider community for their contribution and commitment to education at Kent. The winner of the Teaching Excellence Award for Vocational Education and Training is Mahedi Kabir. Mr. Mahedi Kabir has demonstrated dedication to Kent Institute Australia whilst in his role of vocational trainer and assessor over the past 13 years. His commitment for each of his students is remarkable because at times his support for helping students progress has required that he give up family time over the weekends. Currently, Mahedi is balancing his time between teaching and course coordination and doing a tremendous job. Congratulations, Mahedi. The winner of the Melbourne Teaching Excellence Award for Higher Education is Hanspreet Kaur. Ms. Hansfritz Kaur is a motivated and talented IT lecturer and unit coordinator who has been working at Kent Institute Australia since 2019. She inspires students to pursue academic and personal excellence. Hansfritz uses active learning techniques to help students in all possible ways. Hansfritz has enthusiastically contributed to curriculum development to ensure courses are up to date. She's an active team member assisting lecturers and also following senior team members for continuous improvement. Hansfritz has actively contributed to scholarly activities and research at Kent Institute Australia. Congratulations, Hansfritz. The winner of the Sydney Teaching Excellence Award for Higher Education is Dr. Abir Al-Sadoun. Dr. Abir Al-Sadoun joined Kent early in 2021 as an IT lecturer and unit coordinator with extensive teaching and research experience. She made major changes to the Capstone project unit so that student output was excellent. She has received outstanding feedback from her students. She's been involved in teaching and academic management roles for more than a decade. Currently, she's working as an Associate Dean, Sydney, at Kent Institute Australia. In 2021, Abir published 21 journal articles in high-ranking journals. She also published 5 conference peer-reviewed papers in IEEE conferences and 6 book chapters, an amazing output. In 2021, Abir chaired the program and technical committees of the annual IEEE International Conference on Innovation Techniques in Intelligent Systems and Industrial Applications. In addition, she chaired special sessions at different conferences. Congratulations, Dr. Abir.
Congratulations to all of our academics. Emeritus Professor Hawkins, this concludes the presentation of awards. I now call upon the student respondent to deliver the response on behalf of the graduates. Coincidentally, the recipient of the 2021 Dr. Anthony John Cook Student Leadership Award was also chosen as this year's representative to deliver the response on behalf of the graduates. So please welcome Yubaraj Rijal.
Respected Kent academic, faculty and professional staff, distinguished guests, my lovely parents, relatives, and friends, my fellow graduates who are here in Australia and who are tuning in from all parts of the world. Namaste and good afternoon from Sydney. I'm absolutely honored to be here today to share this precious moment with all of you live from the Kent Sydney campus. Today we gather in this semi-virtual space from all around the globe to celebrate a very special occasion. That is the graduating class of 2021. Congratulations, my fellow graduates. We are officially graduated now. I remember from September 2017 to today, December of 2021. Wow, it's been a long time since I left home. Just like every other international student, I also came with big dreams and ambitions. I was 17 years old at that time, a teenager trying to live on my own in this foreign land. Fairly enough, I had my share of challenges. Nevertheless, I have some unforgettable and amusing memories from this period. I remember all those last-minute assessment submission. I remember all those lousy excuses I made to ask for extension. I remember working after classes and attending classes afterward. I remember the fun times with my friends. And most importantly, I do remember my involvement and engagement at Kent Institute as a student, as a member of a student representative group, and as a student mentor. It was all beautiful. And these were all the beautiful experiences I had. And I will cherish each and every one of them for my days to come. I'm very sure, just like me, each one of us have our own unique journey that we took on to get here. to get where we are today. And I know it was not an easy journey. And I know we struggled. We struggled to fit into new culture. We struggled to find balance between study and work and many other things. Sometimes things went as planned, and sometimes, maybe most of the time, they did not. Sometimes we laughed, and sometimes we shed tears. Nevertheless, with all ups and downs, with all laughter and tears, with all courage and fears, we kept moving forward on our journey, and we did not give up. And I feel extremely proud to say that we did it. We really did it in the most marvelous way that is possible. Dear class of 2021, we are undoubtedly one of the most resilient and the bravest students to ever graduate. Think about all the uncertainty and instability that we sailed across. Think about all the changes that we embraced in almost superhuman ways. And think about all the challenges we faced. And yet we are here. Congratulations again. Now that we have all graduated, it's easy for us to undermine the value of what we have already achieved and endured. But let us not forget our journey, and let it be the inspirational reminder of what we are capable of as we move forward into the future. Finally, whatever may our journey have looked like, it is with the great faith and confidence that I say we have grown into more mature, experienced, and seasoned human being along with this journey. With this same spirit, let's stay connected as an alumni of Kent Institute, Australia. My warm wishes and best regard to all of you for your future endeavors. And again, congratulations to the wonderful class of 2021. Thank you. Last but not least, thank you to my dear mom and dear brother, without whom I wouldn't have been where I am today. And thank you to the Kent Institute for giving me an awesome opportunity to discover my fullest potential. Thank you from my friends, and thank you for all those people who became part of my journey. I'm greatly grateful for all of you. Thanks again.
Thank you, Yuvaraj. Emeritus Professor Hawkins will now deliver the charge to graduates.
I now ask all graduates, wherever you are across the world, to please stand. I charge you as graduates of Kent Institute Australia to maintain a commitment to lifelong learning, to strive for truth, integrity, and compassion, to contribute to your chosen profession, and by the application of your abilities, support and nurture the communities of which you are part. May your rewards bring honour to Kent, your chosen profession, and to yourself. Good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes today's graduation ceremony. On behalf of the governing board and Kent staff, I would like to thank you for attending today's ceremony. Big congratulations.